Week 11. Week 11 NFL football schedule for this week. We skipped about several weeks, without doing our picks. We're going to do our picks this week. Don't cancel any plans. I will say that. Jets and Patriots, don't cancel any plans. They couldn't come up with a better game for Thursday Night Football. Well, we'll do it anyway. What about those Patriots? Mike Vrabel bringing back the glory days. The New England Patriots are 8-2. We're going to see if they can go the distance. But matching up against the Jets, I will take the Patriots in Week 11 against the Jets. It didn't work out well for the Jets and Aaron Glenn, the head coach, this season. But he promised better things to come. We will see. But right now, as of Week 11, we're not buying any of it. We're taking the Patriots at home in Week 11. Packers and Giants. Packers coming off that disappointing Monday Night Football loss to the Eagles. Jordan Love didn't look too good. He's been under a lot of pressure past few seasons. Can he do it when it matters the most? In the playoffs, can he make the plays? It's always going to be a question with him. But they're going up against the New York Football Giants, who fired their coach, Brian Daboll, who are missing their two young superstars, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboo. This team in a few years, but give them a little window, 1 to 3 years, Giants going to be in a good spot. But I have to go with the Packers in Week 11. More seasoned, even though they're not looking right, they can beat the football Giants at home. If not, don't even worry about the playoffs if you're the Packers. They should be able to complete that win. So I'm taking the Packers in Week 11. Panthers and Falcons. I remember I was throwing shade on Carolina Panthers all year long. I'm actually going to pick them this week against the Falcons. Falcons have disappointed me. They have disappointed. Sitting at a 3-6 record. The Falcons. When the Panthers have a better record than the Falcons at this point of the season, that's bad business. Bad business. I'm going out on a limb. If you want to call it a limb, I'm going to say the Panthers are going to beat the Falcons. Is that going out on a limb? Or it's just a toss-up? Bryce Young, I'm rooting for you. You're coming out of that hole you was in. You're coming out of it. Taking the Panthers in Week 11. Chargers and Jaguars. Jaguars started off strong. That was a disappointing loss. The comeback by the Houston Texans against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. Jaguars, you got to look at that as a meltdown. How could you allow a team 26 unanswered points when you had the game in hand all Sunday afternoon and let it go? Think I better let it go. Y'all seen the coach on the sideline? He looked like he got a call from the Homeowners Association about declining him putting a new fence up in his backyard. That's how he looked after that game. You cannot have that type of meltdown going to places you're trying to go. Can't happen. I'm taking the Chargers in Week 11 against those Jaguars. They need to drop anyway, continue to drop in the Texans division. Bengals and Steelers. This is a trap game for the Steelers. They got to watch out for this one. They're declining on offense. They better pay close attention to this matchup this week. This is a trap game if they don't watch out. Protection of Aaron Rodgers is crucial. This team is not going anywhere, putting him under duress. It's not going to get fixed overnight. How do you counter that, I guess? With an outstanding defense, a grueling defense. Something this team hasn't done the start of the year, but they're starting to pick it up. They're starting to pick it up. A lot of old guys, veteran, seasoned guys on that defense. Took them a while to get warmed up. Now they got to start turning over the football if they want to give Aaron Rodgers some time to make plays on offense. You got to produce 3 and outs to get this old man a chance. Because I don't believe they're going to start protecting Aaron Rodgers overnight. I don't believe that. I'm taking the Steelers at home against the Bengals, but it is a trap game. Be careful. That's all I'm saying, Pittsburgh. Be careful. Take this down 1. This is going to be a good ball game, folks. This is the one you need to underline with a black marker right here. Seahawks and Rams. That will be an exciting game to watch. I don't even know if it's going to be televised or not, but tune in. If you got NFL ticket or, like me, got the Fire Stick. But tune in if you can to watch that game. I think Cooper Kupp going to be energized for that one. What y'all think? Going back to L.A., playing the Rams. Both teams high-powered offenses. Immaculate wide receiver play. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one right there. That could be a high score. I ain't going to call it high scoring. Seahawks got some grueling defense. But these offenses, I tell you one thing. Sean McVay is going to be challenged this week. Is going to show his expertise. If he can put points on this Seattle Seahawks defense coming in this week, I'm talking about like 28-35 or more. If he does that, I don't think he needs any more titles. He's already the best play caller in the league. This is going to be a hell of a chess match. It's almost hard to choose. But you know what? How can you go against Sean McVay? How can you do it? I'm going with the Rams at home against the Seahawks. It will be a good one. It can go either way. Either way. But we are taking the Rams in Week 11. Take it down 1. Cowboys and Raiders. The Raiders. It would be nice to see Upset City, wouldn't it? It would be nice. But unfortunately, the Cowboys are facing someone who is just as pitiful as they are.
Oh, that's not good.
And if it's going to be a battle of the pitifulness, I have to say the Raiders are the most pitiful out of this matchup. I have to go with the Cowboys. I have to go with the Cowboys. Cowboys in Week 11. Take this thing back to the top. Commanders and Dolphins. I kind of want to make this my upset of the week. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I don't know. Is it an upset if the Dolphins beat the Commanders? Huh? With the quarterback out? Will it be an upset? I'm still going to call it upset because the way the Dolphins started this season, they looked pitiful. The man should have been fired a long time ago, the head coach. Now all of a sudden they're trying to win games? I'm still going to make this my upset of the week. Dolphins beating the Commanders in Week 11. I'm taking the Dolphins. Oh boy, Texans and Titans. They shouldn't even be looking at the Titans. They should be looking past the Titans, actually. There's a mission at play, and the Titans don't have no involvement in that. You should be pushing this team to the side and say, we got bigger and better things on this schedule to deal with. You ain't one of them. Texans have to go in this game and take care of their business early and often. Ride the high from last week on a historic comeback for your franchise. Ride that high. Get this team out of the way. Complete your mission. Get back on your yellow brick road. It's a no-brainer. Last week don't mean anything. You come in here and you lose to the Titans. And it just will solidify this season of closing a book on a promising season that got suffocated by pecking order, hierarchy, and bad offensive play calling. It'll close the book on it. Don't worry about this team. Get them out the way. You don't have time for no more losses. So I'm taking the Texans in Week 11. But this just as could be a trap game as well. You don't come with the right mindset in this one. which should be crazy at this point. Can't afford it. But this could be a trap game. You better believe that the Tennessee Titans would love to spoil your chances. They'll love to spoil it. Just come ready. Just come ready. Texans in week 11. Bears and Vikings. I'm going to roll with Caleb Williams. He's got this football team headed in the right direction. He's running around, jumping, happy, like he got a new Labubu for his belt clip. So I'm going to roll with the Bears this week against the Vikings in week 11. Buccaneers and Bills. That'll be a good one too, folks. That's one you probably want to underline with a black marker. That's going to be a good one. Bills haven't looked the best lately. Josh Allen, this is the moment. This is the moment to rise, not to fall. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to be really tuned in, paying attention to this one because you want to see what's going to happen. Buccaneers defense, both of them high profile. We're starting to get at that time of the season where you got to have them, all of them, making your mark. I'm going to take the Bills Mafia at home in week 11. Let's take it down one. 49ers and Cardinals. 49ers. Go with the 49ers. But Jacoby Brissett, I'm glad you're there in the starting lineup. What's going to happen with Kyler Murray? We're going to have to figure that out. I don't think he's going to be in Arizona long. I don't. He shouldn't. It's time for a change. They question his leadership. You can see why. But Jacoby is a pure professional. All right? They got leaned on last week. But he's a pure professional. No doubt about it. I can't go with him this week at home. I would love to. But I got to go with the 49ers. You know, Mac Jones, right? Nobody can tell how long Brock Purdy is out. Somebody been lying to us about his injury status. Nobody expected Brock Purdy to be out this long. Nobody. But if they want the number one stunner to continue to bling bling, I'm all for it. I'll roll with it. I got 49ers in week 11. Let's go down one. Chiefs and Broncos. All eyes will be on that one. I'm going with the Chiefs. As much as I want them to lose, I'm going with the Chiefs. Broncos, I kind of like the Broncos early in the season. But the more Sean Payton opens his mouth, he ruins it for me. He ruins it for me. Especially about that Russell Wilson situation. Just be quiet and coach. You trying to bully a quarterback you had leading your football team? Now that he's gone, you want to flex your muscles? As a head coach, talking down on a player you coached in that manner? Because what, you lost? So I'm not going with you this week. I'm not going to hold too much against you, but things like that rub me the wrong way. Then what, 2 weeks ago, you won off a game-winning field goal? Putting pressure on your kicker, telling him just kick the damn thing right through the uprights or whatever.
This is what Sean Payton said to Will Lutz. He says, hey, we're reading lips here. Right through.
It just seems like you got a bad attitude, man. You trying to come off as a bully. That's what you're trying to do? You ain't Bill Parcells. Calm it down and just go win football games. That's all I got to say. But I'm taking the Chiefs in week 11 to beat the Broncos. Take it down. Sunday night football. Lions and Eagles. This is the moment. Playing in the link. Tough place to play. And win if you're a visiting team. But this is what we were talking about. This is what everybody's talking about. Now you're really facing a legit opponent. And all this talk about this offense is for a reason. Because when you play teams like the Detroit Lions, when you play teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, Now, when you play teams like the New England Patriots, when you play teams like the Buffalo Bills, when you play teams like the Seattle Seahawks, when you play teams like the Los Angeles Rams, your offensive production can't be nothing like it was on Monday night against the Packers. This will be a big test for the Philadelphia Eagles. Do I think the passing game is going to open up a little bit more than it did with the Packers? Yes, I do. Main reason, all the focus on it coming into this week. A.J. Brown statements. Nick Sirianni halfway trying to explain it. So it's going to be I would say a little more focus point on trying to target him in this game. You would believe, some assume he'll have a breakout game, 7 catches, over 100 yards. It just depends. Maybe that game will call for that. Bottom line is the offensive production has to pick up for the Philadelphia Eagles, especially in the passing game, to move forward for your goal. That's all we're saying here. That's all we're saying. You're not going to win the Super Bowl, Philadelphia Eagles, thinking you're going to bog down these teams to a slow-scoring game and win it in the end. It's not going to happen. Too much firepower out there. And your defense is good, like I stated before, but it ain't that good where you're going to tighten down these great offenses. You're going to have to put the ball in the air sooner or later. You better start doing it now. Just like A.J. Brown said. You can't just pick it up later. Go ahead and massage that thing right now. Go ahead and massage it. I'm taking the Eagles at home in the Link against the Detroit Lions. But if you don't think I'm not worried, you're badly mistaken. Detroit Lions could just as well open this thing up. They could open it up. So I'm taking the Eagles in Week 11 against the Detroit Lions. That seals it up for Week 11, folks. That is my weekly picks in Week 11. Yes, we missed several weeks. I decided to come in and drop it for this week, and I might disappear on it again. Who knows, all right? Might disappear on my picks again. Other things are at stake, all right? GSQH, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Y'all enjoy y'all terrific Thursday. Tune in to Thursday Night Football if you ain't got nothing to do. It's not a prolific matchup. So if you got anything else to do, wash some clothes, take a trip to the grocery store, play marbles in the backyard, whatever you got to do, do not put that to the backside because of this Thursday night football game. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Thanks for y'all time. Take a look at the picks. Good, bad, indifferent, but it's done. We out here. Peace.